1 year. That's all it takes. Not 10, not a lifetime. Just 12 months of relentless discipline and your entire life will look unrecognizable. The problem isn't that it's impossible. The problem is that most people won't even give themselves 1 year. Because deep down, they'd rather keep repeating the same broken cycle forever than risk becoming someone new. Chapter 1. The Lie of Someday. Here's the first trap, the fantasy of someday. Someday I'll wake up early. Someday I'll start saving. Someday I'll get serious about my health. But let's be real, someday never arrives. It's just the convenient landfill where ambition goes to die. 1 year of discipline cuts through that lie. It says, not someday, now. And here's the wild part. You don't need 5 years of perfect execution. You don't need to rewrite your entire life overnight. You need 1 year, 365 days of focused consistency. Chapter 2. The Math of Transformation. Let's break it down. 1 year equals 52 weeks. That's 52 chances to repeat new behaviors until they stop being choices and start being identity. Read 20 pages a day? That's 7,300 pages in a year, the equivalent of 20 to 25 books, enough to make you an expert in any field. Train 5 days a week? That's 250 workouts, the difference between being exhausted by stairs and being stronger than you've ever been. Save $10 a day? That's $3,650 in 1 year. But more important, it's the identity of someone who manages money instead of leaking it. Discipline compounds. Just like money earns interest, habits earn momentum. Chapter 3. Why discipline feels like prison at first. Here's the part nobody tells you. Discipline feels like punishment in the beginning. You'll crave your old comforts. You'll resent your routines. You'll grieve the lazy version of you, because yes, part of you has to die. It feels like chains, but those chains are secretly keys. They unlock freedom from regret, freedom from weakness, freedom from repeating the same wasted year again and again. The first months aren't about results, they're about survival. They're about teaching your nervous system that discipline won't kill you. Chapter 4. The 90-Day Wall. Most people quit here. The first 30 days feel exciting. The next 30 feel possible. But by day 90, it feels unbearable. You've been consistent, but your old identity is still fighting back. Results are small. Comfort is screaming. This is the wall. 90 days is when most quit and tell themselves the lie, discipline doesn't work. But here's the truth. If you push through the 90-day wall, you win the war. On the other side, discipline stops being effort. It becomes autopilot. Chapter 5. Discipline as self-destruction. You're not just building habits, you're killing identities. Every act of discipline is a funeral for a weaker version of you. When you wake up early, you bury the version of you who hit snooze. When you stick to the gym, you kill the version of you that relied on excuses. When you say no to comfort, you assassinate the version of you that chose stagnation. It feels like destruction because it is, but destruction is the price of transformation. Chapter 6. The Identity Switch. After 6 months of consistent discipline, something strange happens. You no longer feel like you're doing habits. You are those habits. Discipline rewires your self-image, and once self-image changes, everything else follows. You don't force yourself to eat differently. You're the kind of person who eats differently. You don't try to manage money. You're the kind of person who manages money. Identity is the real prize. Habits are just the tools. Chapter 7. The Funeral of Comfort. Make no mistake, discipline costs something. It kills comfort. It kills excuses. It kills familiarity. And sometimes it kills relationships, because not everyone around you will survive your growth. People who loved your old patterns may resent your new standards. But here's the paradox. Everything you lose through discipline is exactly what's been holding you back. Every goodbye is also an invitation to a better future. Chapter 8. 1 year or one excuse. Life will transform in a year anyway. The question is, will it be transformation by design or by decay? 12 months from now, you'll be someone new, either sharper, stronger, and freer, or weaker, softer, and stuck deeper in the same cycle. 1 year of discipline guarantees growth. 1 year of excuses guarantees regret. The choice is binary. Chapter 9. The ancient brain problem. Here's why most people can't handle a year. Their brain wasn't built for discipline. 200,000 years ago, comfort meant survival. Laziness meant conserving calories. Familiar routines meant safety. That's why your brain resists discipline like it's danger. It thinks waking up at 5 a.m. is a threat. It thinks eating clean is starvation. But this is outdated software. You're not dodging tigers, you're dodging progress. Once you realize resistance is just prehistoric code, you stop negotiating with it. You override it. Chapter 10. Micro-discipline versus massive goals. Most people fail because they swing too big. I'll change my whole life tomorrow. Your brain panics, hits the alarm, and drags you back into old patterns. The smarter move? Micro-discipline. 2 minutes of courage. One small act repeated daily. Say no once. Save $5. Do one push-up. The size doesn't matter. The repetition does. Micro-discipline sneaks past fear, but multiplied across a year, it rewrites your identity forever. Chapter 11. The mirror test. Here's how you know 1 year of discipline is working. The mirror terrifies you, not because you hate what you see, but because you barely recognize it. The body looks different, the eyes look sharper, the posture is stronger. The reflection you see isn't who you were, it's who you chose to become. And that is the greatest proof that discipline rewrites destiny. Chapter 12. The Pact with Yourself. So here's the challenge. Choose one area that matters most: health, money, skill, mindset. Commit to 12 months, not try, not see how it goes, 1 full year, no negotiation. Document the evidence every week, proof that you're building a new life, step by step.